Hey everybody, my name's Abe, and I am here to tell you about a bet that I made with my father, which came back to bite me very hard about 10 years later. This is about a decade ago. I'm in my mid 30s now. I was my early to mid 20s, and I had come back to Spokane for Christmas to see my family. I was living on the East Coast at the time, and I'd recently learned how to snowboard, and so I came back for Christmas, and my dad took me to Mount Spokane to go skiing for a day. My dad used to be an avid skier. Then he had 4 kids in 5 years, and he stopped being an avid skier because he had no time. And so he'd very recently gotten back into skiing. And so we are on the road. We're on, we've passed the Y. We're headed out the Newport Highway to Mount Spokane, and we're in the car, and I have no idea what to say. I'm in my mid 20s. I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing in life. I don't know. He's trying to not to ask all those awkward questions of like, so what's next for you? What are you going to do for a career and everything else? And so it's silent a lot of the ride up there. And so eventually I ask a very fateful question. That question is, Dad, who do you think's going to get married first? So I am the oldest of four. It goes A, B, C, D. It was 4 kids in 5 years. My parents were very exhausted for about 20 years of their life. And we're riding up there, and I ask him this question. My dad is silent for a very long time. He's staring ahead, and he's thinking about the question, obviously. And eventually, without me prompting him again, he just says, I think it's going to be your brother, C. Now, I'm going to pause in this for a hot second here. I had just asked my father of 4 kids which one of his 4 kids was going to get married first. I made a bet on this, a $20 bet, which one of his 4 kids was going to get married first. My father said it was going to be my brother without ever thinking of me in the first place. And I wasn't mad about it. I wasn't mad. I wasn't mad that I wasn't chosen. I was more mad that I had never been considered as an option. I had known my dad's facial expressions this well. And he had never looked at me and been like, oh, I think it's going to be Abram. It's going to be fine. He just glossed right on over me and moved on to my 2 sisters and my brother. So we make this bet. He bets on my brother. I bet on my sister Bailey, B. And we kind of forget about it for a number of years. Come 2018, and I have, at the start of 2018, I have just finished a master's degree. I'm very happy. I'm very excited. Of the 4 of us, I am obviously on top of the world. I've done graduate school. And in the span of about 6 months, I go from being on top of the world to I have 2 siblings get engaged and 1 sibling become a vet tech and save puppies and kittens on the operating table. And my brother Siler calls me up and says, I'm getting married. I want you to be my best man. It's awesome. Problem is that I had bet on my sister Bailey to get married first. The trick being, Bailey, had gotten engaged first, but she had delayed her wedding until after my brother got married for very good reasons. No one knows how any of these weddings are going to go. No one knows how chaotic they're going to be. So she got engaged first. Siler gets married first. And at some point in time, when I'm thinking about the speech I'm going to have to give at my brother's wedding, I realize I'm going to have to pay my dad. He has no recollection of this bet. I don't even think he thought it was very serious, but I'm going to have to pay my dad. So I got up in front of everybody at the wedding. I gave my dad $10. I owed him 20. I gave him 10. That's all I had on me at the time. And my dad's response to this was, I am very, very sure that this bet was for more than $10. So that's my story. Thank you for listening. Have a good night.